you get a loan of $4,700 from your bank to pay bills. So you decided to do that instead of using your credit card. And the bank is giving you a signature loan, which has kind of a high-ish rate, but it's as good or better than most credit cards. So this will be your rate, 11.25%. And how much will you have to pay per month? So our N is going to be 12 to pay your loan off in 3 years. So our T will be a 3. And the $4,700, that is the loan amount or the monthly payment? I think loan amount, because you get a loan of $4,700. So we're going to say that's the loan amount, which will be my A. And then let's just write out the PMT equals, we have A times R over N all over 1 minus, and then this is from our compound interest formula here, the 1 plus R over N to the NT, but this one is to the negative NT power. So it's familiar but slightly different. And so when we plug in our values, we'll have that 4,700. The R was 0.1125. Change it to a decimal, or make sure you use that percent button on your calculator. And the N is 12. And then we have that over 1 minus 1 plus 0.1125 over 12 to the negative, and I'm making it really big so we don't forget to do it, 12 times 3. And so that's going to be a negative 36. And I also want to do that 0.1125 divided by 12 and store it, because I can see I need it in 2 places, so I'm going to store that in A. So when I look at this problem, I see probably my denominator is the most complicated, so I might just calculate the numerator and then store that in B, and then do B divided by my denominator. So I will start with, I just need to do 4,700 times A. A is sitting there, so I'll just say times 4,700, and I get 44.0625. Now, since those decimals don't go on and on, I could just retype it in, but I just want to always model for you how to use your store and recall, because they're super handy. So I want to store that in B, and I'll just put a note on my paper so I don't forget where I put it. There's B. And then now I can look at the denominator. So I know I need 1 plus whatever's in my A, and then I have to take it to the negative 36 power, and then I have to take 1 minus that whole quantity. So I will do 1 plus recall A, that's inside my parentheses, and then it's going to be to the, I have to use this button for negative, so negative 36 equals, now I have this whole parenthesis quantity here calculated, and it's 0.7146, and then I have to take 1 minus that quantity. So remember, I can either store this in, say, C, and then do 1 minus recall C, or I can just remember that it's already stored in answer and do 1 minus answer. So I'll do 1 minus answer, and I get 0.2853, and it goes on, and so I need to take what's in B divided by this number that's stored currently in answer. So I'll do recall, slide over to B, equals divided by answer equals. Well, when I solved this formula, I was solving for the payment, and my payment turns out to be $154.43, because I had to round because of the 9 sitting there later. So $154.43 per month.